So are you guys still in? What do you guys still have on? Still long Kiwi? On which pair there, Santiago? On dollar yen? Dollar yen? Do you have, what did you say? You have a position on there? I was thinking about buying here. We got closer to 109. Looks like it's going to rally now. I was kind of eyeing the pie here at 109. So, I mean, that's okay. I'm still short longer term dragon pound versus the yen. I still have this small day trade on. But if dollar yen rallies and it's the yen that's weakening, then dragon should come off. This is a small day trade long. It doesn't even really matter. I mean, you could go long there. I was just because we were teaching and we are kind of in those other trades. I didn't bother being long here. But as rule of thumb, this is the TMS on the way up, right? So when you break that in the model, you can tend to get the move to the 200, right? And or all the way back to pi. So, but that's still, this is kind of no man's land in here. So if you want to play a cycle and get contrarian and you're looking to go day trade this way, you can do that. So you can start buying after you break the bands. You just have to be patient because you might get this pullback to pi. And then sometimes you'll pull back to pi and then you'll break it. So you still really need to time that up with your cycle crossing. All right. And just because you get back to pi doesn't mean you just load up long, which you can buy pi, but you really want to still catch the turn back up. So you can I mean, we like to use pi because a lot of times it does hold, but it doesn't mean you have to get loaded up long there. Because sometimes you'll hold it and then you'll break it. So what you want is just you want that 1 minute to turn up. You want the 5 minute to turn up, but a lot of times, yeah, you can go contrarian long here. You just have to be patient. Anytime you're pulling back to pi, you got to be patient. You can show that on a longer time frame like Apple even, right? You know, you can buy into these dips. You just got to kind of be patient. Let me show you a better one. It's longer term. Like on, if you're trading, here you go. I remember here, everybody was saying that Apple was like done. 2012, everybody was iPhone, 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 iPhone every day on CNBC. Apple was like one of the most owned stocks here in 2012 and in 2015 actually. But when you break the bands, you see how you get the deeper pullback. And I was a buyer in here. You just have to be patient, and it takes a while to turn that back up. It's the same thing on Bitcoin right now. You could have been a buyer a couple of weeks ago, but you just got to go. You got to be in patient mode when you break the bands, right? You want to start thinking long this way. You buy some, you come out of some. You buy some, you come out of some. It's not until you turn the bands that the momentum returns. But if you're just waiting for pi and you never bought here, then you didn't buy the lows, right? So the point is that when you break the bands and you're in that no man's land between the bands and the 200, you just need to be patient if you're going to go contrarian. Because sometimes too, again, you'll get the pie, you don't cycle back up, and you cycle down, and then that happens. You just stop out, but you don't need to really get aggressive until you get the 30 to turn back up. Right here, right here. You see that? It's the same thing here on the dollar yen right now. Just a different time frame. But like if you bought well here, you could come out of some right here in case you get the lower high, Now notice on Dragon here too. Remember we said I'm not interested in buying more because the 15-minute was rolling over. So that kept you out of buying this last 15 pips that's gone against you. Wow, guys, nice break on Euro Kiwi. Awesome. Are you guys making money there? This is probably all the euro. Yeah. All right. So guys, on these longs on the euro, that's why you take profit into that pie line. Now you got to think short that we're breaking this major level. And if you're short on your core stuff, you need to be taking some here. This is what I mean. The market, he talks all morning, then the market makes its decisions. You can sell a bounce here near term now too. This is a big area. We got to see where we close the rest of the day. I don't think he said anything, Santiago. I think a lot of times it does that. He talks, he's done talking, and then the market decides what he really said, whether it was hawkish or dovish enough. Yeah, post Draghi retrace. It's pretty typical. This is probably going to be the trend though the rest of the day now. This is a big level that just broke 121.50. I don't want you to chase it short here, but if you get a bounce back up, you guys know what to do. You guys know how to play this bounce. 15 minutes kind of low. That next cycle back up. And then again, we got to see where we close today. But this is good, guys. You can cover some here on Euro Kiwi if you've been shorting the last couple days. And then let's see if we get the bigger drop. We want to root for this euro to really collapse. Then this is going to be a nice trade. So I'm coming out of some of this Euro Kiwi. You guys should be doing the same, right? All right. See, I'm short. These are pieces I'm short from earlier in the week. I'm going to cover all this, a lot of this. 200, 100, 100, 100, 100. All right. You guys making money here? So that was a quick $1,000. We're still pretty course short. I'm gonna trade that around. I like that we're finally breaking there. I never flipped out of this small long, but that's okay. On the bounce, I'm gonna come out of this long. The rest of these little lots we had from our day trade long earlier. I took profits into those highs, but I had a couple pieces here. But much more short of Euro Kiwi, so that's okay. So as we bounce back up, then I'm going to come out of that, right? Come out of these longs and then start going short. All right, so just to show anybody that's just joining us, kind of what we did today. So we came in today, we were trading Euro, right, guys? Just to do a recap, you guys should be recapping your trades. So we were playing Draghi long, day trade long earlier, right? We identified this wall. And then when we had that pullback inside of that candle, we took a little bit of long into pi. Right? So buying into this dip, I think Stan, you picked off the low on that move. We talked about coming out into a new high, buying this dip, taking some more profit here. And then you guys see this is where the market starts to turn. The 5-minute rolled over, the bands rolled over, right? But when you take out this low on the 15-minute, now you're in a new, this is where you have to start flipping and going the other way, right? So we were looking at crypto. This was probably a spot to actually take a break even and then just go short, but it wasn't exactly right on top of that. But this next bounce will short. And then, man, we really nailed this on Euro Kiwi, right? Sold into the bounce. We talked about the 15-minute cycle wasn't quite high, but we could sell it anyway because it was in a downtrend. That was a great location. We sold the high of the move this morning. And then there was probably, remember we talked about covering into the low right here and then reshorting the bounce. Who asked me if they could short right there? Was that Gio? Felix? One of you guys did. That was perfect timing too. Reshorting that bounce right there. Boom. That's good stuff right there, guys. I like that. So you see how the 15 minutes still coming down now. So we want to cover on new lows. I mean, anytime you get that type of a move, you got to come out, right? And then any type of rally here on the next 15-minute cycle back up, most likely is shortable, especially if the euro stays below this big pivot. I think I'm going to sell more euro here, guys. I'm core short euro longer term. I think I'm going to sell some more now, and then we'll see where we close. I might even sell more on the close today. But I've been short for a while, since like 124. All right, you guys all make money today? And we went long Kiwi, right? If you guys are still in your long here on Kiwi, you probably just need to take a break even. When I say take a break even, because if you bought this pullback and you came out into the new highs, you should have some profit on the day in this trade that now you're back to where you started. You can just probably just call it a day on that one. You could stay with the long here, but I don't know. We've made some pretty good money on Euro versus Kiwi. I wouldn't push it too much on this long. You can stay with it if you want. As long as we're above the high, above the low of this candle, you could stay with it if you want to play for another bounce. But if you get below here, then it's going to look like we're going back to new lows on that one. Right. So that's your edge right there. But we bought this dip well, took some profit into the highs. That's good trading. See that the 15-minute cycle, guys, here was high. So when you're high within your 15-minute cycle, that's another reason you should be taking profit, right? So that was, we sold the high of the day there. That was perfect. Well done. All right. Good session. Are you guys good? Did everybody make money? 13 people here this morning. Everybody made money, right? All right, awesome. All right, guys, good stuff. All right, Felix, Stan, Santiago, Gio, Dave, Christine, Jordy, Alex, Felix. All right, guys, good job. We'll talk to you. I guess we won't have a live session until next week, but I'll chat with you in the room a little later. We'll see how we finish out the week here on the Euro. All right, guys, good stuff. Talk to you a little later.